Hey guys, Chase Elliott Fan 9WG here, back again with another video. And today we are hopping into a new series called Not the Brawn GP. It's a F1 2020 series that will consist of the Classic Championship mode. And I'm driving in the 2009 Brawn GP. The same car that legendary Jensen Button drove. Crossed the line, a 1 minute 13.6. Our first lap in practice, as one lap later, we're catching up to a slower car who I don't think has set a time yet. We're about to go into the flat out part of the track into Timo Glock corner. At least I think that's Timo Glock corner, or it's this one, either one of the two. So we're side by side. I get a little loose. We make contact. Around I go. Oh no, that is not a good start. As we turn the car around, we tell Jeff we're going to box, and we're boxing all right. That was a good lap until the back marker ruined it. And at that point I was thinking, yeah, back markers are going to be a little bit of a challenge. So we come out of the garage again. And we're going in the little kink before we go into the front straightaway to the line. P3 with a 1 minute 13, which is nice. And now we're getting dirty air from the guy in second. And we're coming off two kinks. I don't know if those count as corners or not. And we come to the line. P2. In practice so far, and now we're in P6 after going back in the garage and then coming back out. You see the delta's in green, none of it is in purple. We have a good lap, we look in our mirrors across the line, and we go into P4. So that'll be our practice run. We will finish practice in P4, as you can see on the leaderboard. There's your practice results as we hop into qualifying. Now, the first thing we do in qualifying is go for a flying lap here. And I recorded the entire flying lap, to see what a lap would look like around Brazil in the Brawn GP. You can also notice, if you noticed, I changed my view to the cockpit. That's going to be a relative theme throughout the series. Probably. I don't know. I haven't recorded any other races thus far. As we go down the straightaway, we see somebody exiting the pit road. Will they hold us up during our lap, or will they move to the side? Daniel Jones is in front of us, who is the Giants quarterback, I like to think, because that's his name. He moves out of the way for us, and we fly right through. No hold up whatsoever. And we go into the Sector 2 part, which I strongly dislike, but whatever, it's fine. As we come up to, I can't really see his name. So we're going into Timo Glock corner. Is that Glock going slowly? No, he is not. As we come out of the Timo Glock corner, I mean, there's a correct name for that, but I can't pronounce it, so I'm just going to call it Timo Glock corner. Into the kink, off of the corner, and a 1 minute 12.7. That was a good lap. As Roth is a 1 minute 12.3. As we come out of the kink once again to the line, a 1 minute 12.1, and that'll put us in the lead in qualifying 1. And so we advance to Q2. But the people who didn't advance, Parker B, I can't pronounce it. I cannot pronounce any of these names. I have not heard them before. So anyway, into Q2. Aaron Barnes sets the fastest lap with a 1 minute 13.9. as we come out of the corner. And then Igor Karana sets another fastest lap of 1 minute 12.8. And then we come across the line, a 1 minute 12.8. And then Lucas Roth sets the fastest lap of 1 minute 12.5, I believe. And that'll put us in P4 for Q2, which means we'll make it into Q3. So there's your people who haven't made it. If you guys can pronounce it, kudos to you guys. So we're in Q3. We set a purple sector too. As we come out of the corner, the two kinks, again, I don't know if they count as corners, but whatever. We come out of there, down the uphill front straightaway, fastest lap, 1 minute 12.0, and that'll put us to the top of the leaderboard with 3 minutes left in quali. And pole position for me, and Lucas Roth in second. The other American, Howard Clark, is in ninth. So anyway, we're in the race. 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out, away we go. Roth gets a good start. He's already passed us by turn 1 in that McLaren. But we stick behind him. We make contact. And it'll give us a warning for collision. So that's 2 Lucases, 1 2, which is nice. We go down the straightaway as we head into turn 4, I believe. I'm not good with corner names unless it's an oval. So yeah, into this corner, down the straightaway. We're trying to get Roth's slipstream. I cannot talk today. So I think I filmed the entire opening lap. I think. We're catching Roth. We're going to try and pull a dive bomb going into the corner. Here we go, dive bomb. All we have touched. I saw my front wing just fly over my head. Or fragments of it, not the entire thing. But yeah, we're in P1. Back in P1. That's always nice. We get loose off of the Timo Glock corner. As we go through the kinks, which again, I know I've said this a million times, but I have no idea if they count as corners. To the line, the opening lap is complete, and the fastest lap so far is a 1 minute 19.2. Because off the grid, you're not fast. So yeah, we're pulling away from Roth a little bit as we skip to lap 3. As we go into the grass a little bit there. And off of the Timo Glock corner, we're zooming, that's for sure. We come off of that kink, and there's a 2 second gap between me and Gillis, who's in second, as we skip to lap 10, as it starts to rain. And on the dry tires, you know rain is hell on the dry tires, which has gotten Gillis, however you say it, to catch up to us and pass us for the lead as I call myself into the box. We make contact here, and that'll give me a little more front wing damage for after that collision with Ross on the opening lap, or Roth. It sounds like I'm saying Ross. As it's starting to rain, we're trying to keep the car straight, not trying to wreck it. We're all over Gillis right now. I cannot pronounce any of these names, but we're battling with the Ferrari. I think that's a 2000. We pull the dive bomb in the same corner where we did it to Roth. We make contact again, but this time our front wing isn't damaged because it was towards the rear. And in the in-lap was a pretty good in-lap. We lost second, but we lost first, but we also got first back as we come to the pit road. Off of the kink, our first pit stop of the day will come on lap 10 for the wet tires. Make sure to brake, not the speed. We slam the wall. So we're in the pit road. Nobody is pitted with us, which is not good. I was expecting other people to pit for the wets. As we pull into our pit box, the boys will jack us, give our tires a 2 second 0.6 stop there. The record is 1.8, which was set by Max Verstappen at the same track. So there's that, or his pit crew, not Verstappen in general. And the car felt a lot more worse on the out lap. But as we gradually went on, the car felt better with the wets. As you can see, the car went wide and really loose. As we skip to lap 12, everyone else makes their stops for the wets. Like I predicted, I think I pitted 1 lap earlier, 2 laps earlier. Something like that. They pitted on lap 11, technically. So, we're in P8. We're in P8. Chasing down Clark and Daniel Jones. As we make a dive bomb down to the inside, we make hard contact with Jones. And our front wing is even more damaged than before, which is not good, especially in the Timo Glock corner. But in Sector 2, that's kind of fine, since most of the corners are slow-speed corners. But in the Timo Glock corner and the kinks, that's not going to be good, in a sense. We're going to lose some time there. As we go wide because of our wing damage, and we get super loose off of that Timo Glock corner. So now we are in P6. We've caught up to the 5th, 4th, and 3rd as we make a dive bomb on 5th on the Waldmuller. I cannot pronounce these names, so I'm just gonna call them out by their cars, unless I can pronounce the name. So we pass for 5th, and now we're getting the slipstream of 4th. He's also in a Brawn GP, which is nice to have somebody running P4 in the Brawn GP. So he's technically my teammate. So we're trying to get the slipstream down the straightaway. We're still trying to catch him. We get loose off the corner. We asked Jeff for a weather report. I forgot what he said, but whatever. I think he said that the rain was clearing up. Or maybe the rain was staying. I can't remember what he said. But anyway, we're chasing down 3rd and 4th, which is cool, I guess. We'll be on podium position once we pass these two. We try to pull a dive bomb. It doesn't really work. We slam into our teammate. And I don't think we got any extra wing damage there. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. But we have the run off the Timo Glock corner, and we go around our teammate, but slam into the Ferrari, which causes us to go back to 4th, as we pull a dive bomb around the inside of both of them at the same time. And we pull out for 3rd. And now we can chase Roth and the Ferrari of Gillis. I'm just going to call him Gillis. That's just tell me their pronunciations in the comments. I want to say their names correctly. But here comes the Ferrari for 3rd around the outside, but he's not going to get that done, as Jeff actually reported to me 10 laps earlier that Roth had an issue, which would make him slower. So we're trying to catch up to him. We have his draft, or slipstream, as you F1 fans would call it. We're trying to go low. We can't really get there, but we will get the inside going into 1, and that'll pass Roth for 2nd. And now we're chasing down Gillis in the Ferrari for 1st on lap 20 at 36. So 17 laps to go. We're all over Gillis in the Ferrari right now. Our tires are degraded, like they're wearing pretty fast. I wouldn't say fast, but whatever. Remember, these were in the olden days before tire compounds and DRS and ERS and all the fancy tech we have today as we approach the back markers. And we're trying to catch the back marker here. The blue flags are out. We're getting super loose off the corners. We're thinking about boxing because the tires are gone. But we say, let's just stay out till the rain clears up, because Jeff said the rain was clearing. And then we have a puncture. The left rear has blown up in our faces. We have a puncture. Oh my goodness, we go off track in the Timo Glock corner. We're in the grass. That is not good. That is not good. We were thinking about securing a win today. That puncture may have ruined our chances of winning. As the caution flag is out, as we try to limp back to the pit lane with 3 tires, the left rear has blown up, which is not good. We try to get a view of it. We can't really see, except it's just wobbling all over the place. We turn on the pit limiter, and we're in the pit road, which is, I guess, ideal, if you can say it, because we can now switch to the wets, and we pitted before everyone else, but we might have just gave this win away with that puncture. 1.9 seconds out of the stall, and we will come out P11, which is kind of ideal, because we know we can make ground up, because we did, and when we were chasing that first and second, around the outside of the Ferrari of Copins. We try to get around him. Here we go, down to the inside with the dive bomb. Squeezes us onto the grass, kind of, and we get around him. Now we're chasing down the pack in front of, I think that's to 7th, I believe. Now we're chasing down 10th, which will give us 1 point, I believe. In the champion, in this mode, things are different. We get squeezed onto the grass by the Ferrari of Burns, and we get around him. He tries to overtake us back. We squeeze him into the grass out of frustration, because he squeezed us in the grass. So we squeeze him, and we're trying to go around the outside of the Red Bull or the Toro Rosso, and it works. Now we got Jones and Nayar, as we dive bomb both of them in the Team O'Glock corner, and we get around them. I actually think this corner is the Team O'Glock corner, not the one before it. So I'm just going to call that section Team O'Glock. So now we're in P7. Here comes Jones trying to make a move, but he can't get it done as we go into 1. Can't get the move done, so we stay in P7 as we try to chase down Clark, who is 12 seconds ahead of us. As we look back, and we see Jones and Nair on the low side there. Looks like they're bump drafting, but whatever. Jeff said the rain was going to clear up, but it looks like it's gotten way worse as we chase down Clark and go around him for 5th. Now we need to chase down Wollenauer and Neves. I cannot pronounce these names. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if, by misfortune, your last name or one of these. And I'm just butchering it. I'm so sorry. As 4th and 3rd have pitted, which puts us on the podium as we go into the final lap of the race. Roth and Gillis are 2 and 10 seconds ahead, respectively. We're probably not going to catch them unless they make pit stops on the last lap. We don't have to make our pit stop because we already made a pit stop when we got a puncture. Back marker that just came out of the pit road. Will he let us by or will he check us up? He lets us by like the good gentleman that he is. As we try to catch up to Roth and Gillis, but I don't see that happening. We just get enough fuel for the end, too. If you noticed, I was saving, throughout the entire race, I guess you can say. As we try to chase down Gillis for 2nd, it doesn't really work. We go into the corner. As we come out of that corner, as we head into the Team O'Glock section of the track. Is that Glock? Is that Glock going slowly? Yeah, in my opinion, Felipe Massa deserved that championship, though. But whatever. As we come off of the final corner, Lucas Roth will win the first race of not the Renault GP of the series, as we will finish P3 on the podium. We will finish on the podium for the first race of the Brawn GP series as Rashad Nayar gets driver of the day as we head to the podium.
Our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
there are your results for this exciting first race of the not the Brawn GP series. And it was an exciting first race, but also kind of a boring one as well. Once we got into the fight, it was fun, but then we were just hanging out there for a few. As we look at the standings, as we were in P3 in the standings. But anyways, guys, I'm Chase Elliott Fan 9WG signing out, and I'll see you in the next